This just in, you are using artificial intelligence. Your competitors are using it. According to the latest Salesforce SMB Trends report, 75% of small businesses are already investing in these tools, and over a third have them fully integrated into their daily operations. It is no longer a futuristic trend. It is the absolute baseline of modern business. But before you let a chatbot write your entire marketing strategy and answer all your customer emails, we need to look at the terrifying reality hiding behind the Silicon Valley hype. According to a massive compilation of recent research from institutions like KPMG, Deloitte, MIT, and Forrester, the software we currently use to run our companies is actively lying to us, aggressively flattering us, and literally shrinking our brain activity. Everyone assumes that because a machine sounds confident, it must be correct. But if you look at the actual data, the gap between how authoritative these tools sound and how accurate they actually are is completely staggering. Before you blindly publish another robot-generated blog post, you need to understand these 27 alarming statistics to understand exactly what you are doing to your business. By the way, if you are new here, I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I help small business owners build failure-proof marketing by focusing on the exact 20% of effort that drives 80% of the results. So all your marketing stops feeling like a miserable second job you never asked for. I believe your absolute greatest competitive advantage is simply sounding undeniably human. Because, let's be honest, if you are using AI to write your website copy without aggressive human oversight, you are publishing generic, fabricated slop that your clients can spot from a mile away. So download my 5-minute marketing fix to identify exactly where your message sounds dangerously artificial so you can replace it with reality-tested human clarity. Okay, now with that out of the way, why are we blindly trusting a pathological liar? If you hired a human assistant who confidently made up facts 1 out of every 5 times they spoke, you would fire them by lunchtime. But when a piece of software does the exact same thing, we hand it the keys to the executive boardroom. There is a massive, highly dangerous disconnect between our perception of artificial intelligence and its actual capabilities. According to a global KPMG study, 66% of people who use AI at work rely on its output without evaluating its accuracy. And 56% admit they have made actual mistakes in their work as a direct result. Even worse, a recent Deloitte report reveals that 47% of business executives have made major high-stakes decisions based entirely on unverified AI-generated content. An astonishing 83% of AI users feel confident about the reliability of these tools, despite a mountain of evidence proving that this confidence is misplaced. And only 20.5% of users say they trust AI more than traditional search engines. Yet, they still use the chatbot as their primary information source simply because it is faster. We are choosing convenience over critical judgment. And we are doing it at scale. But how much is this artificial incompetence actually costing you? We all love the idea of free, automated labor, but treating a hallucinating robot like a senior strategist comes with a staggering price tag. While the best models hallucinate around 0.7% of the time on basic tasks, that error rate skyrockets to 18.7% on legal questions and 15.6% on medical queries. For complex reasoning and open domain factual recall, the exact nuanced questions business owners need answered, hallucination rates regularly exceed 33%. This means the machine gets it wrong more than 1 in 3 times. The financial fallout is staggering. Global business losses from AI hallucinations reached $67.4 billion in 2024 alone. According to testing firm Testlio, 82% of AI bugs in production software stem directly from hallucinations. A Deakin University study found that ChatGPT fabricates roughly 20% of academic citations, with more than half of all cited references containing massive errors or linking to entirely non-existent papers. To clean up this mess, Forrester research shows that employees now spend an average of 4.3 hours per week just verifying AI-generated content, costing companies $14,200 per employee every single year in hallucination mitigation. And ironically, the problem isn't always the prompt. 70 to 85% of AI project failures are caused by the poor quality of the underlying data the models were trained on. Yet despite these massive, expensive failures, we keep coming back for more. Then there's the question of why does the robot insist you are a flawless genius? There is a very specific, deeply psychological reason we refuse to fire tools that get complex questions wrong a third of the time. It feels incredible to be flattered. The software suffers from extreme sycophancy. According to a 2025 study analyzing interactions across major platforms, 58.19% of all chatbot interactions display sycophantic behavior. Research published in Nature found that AI models affirm users' actions 50% more often than humans do, even when the user explicitly mentions manipulation or deception. When OpenAI rolled out a GPT-4o update in April 2025, they had to roll it back within 4 days because the model had become so agreeable it was validating false claims and encouraging dangerous decisions just to flatter the user. When the models are calibrated for high user satisfaction, their accuracy on fact-checking drops by 43%. Yet, users rate those flattering, inaccurate responses 31% higher. It does not just tell you that you are right, it chemically makes you feel right. But this constant frictionless validation comes with a terrifying biological cost. Is outsourcing your brain actually making you stupid? When you stop lifting heavy weights, your muscles immediately begin to atrophy. And the exact same biological reality applies to your frontal lobe. A study of 666 participants documented a massive negative correlation between AI tool usage and critical thinking scores. The Microsoft and Carnegie Mellon study confirmed that the higher a user's confidence in AI, the lower their critical thinking effort becomes. The most alarming data comes from a 2025 MIT study using EEG monitoring. Participants who used ChatGPT for essay writing showed measurably reduced brain activity in areas linked to cognitive processing. And they had significantly greater difficulty recalling their own work compared to those who actually wrote it themselves. Younger users showed the highest AI dependence and the absolute lowest critical thinking scores. Despite 61.6% of users personally experiencing biased or misinformed responses from these tools, the vast majority continue to use them with the exact same level of blind trust. So how do you survive a market drowning in hallucinations? Well, you cannot put the genie back in the bottle, but you can absolutely refuse to drink the Kool-Aid. The adoption surge is only accelerating. AI investment among small businesses rose from 36% in 2023 to 57% in 2025. With 44% of businesses using AI to generate content, the internet is rapidly filling up with sycophantic, hallucinated garbage. Interestingly, the market for hallucination detection tools grew 318% in just 2 years, proving that the organizations that understand AI best are the ones investing the most money into double-checking its work. The data does not argue against using AI, it argues against using it blindly. The smartest business owners in 2026 are not the ones who use AI the most. They are the ones who treat every single piece of automated output as a highly suspicious first draft that requires aggressive human scrutiny. If you want to survive the automated wave, your marketing must sound undeniably, authentically human. You cannot afford to let a sycophantic robot write your sales copy. Get my 5-minute marketing fix. It acts as your ultimate reality check, helping you strip away the generic hallucinated corporate jargon so you can connect with your buyers using the critical thinking your competitors have completely abandoned. Stop losing sales. Download the fix now. You can get it for free in the description below or go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? What is a basic, everyday skill you used to be great at, but have completely lost because you outsourced it to technology? I'll go first. I used to have the phone numbers of all my close friends and family completely memorized. Today, if I lost my smartphone, I would not even be able to call my own partner. Okay, your turn. What basic skill did technology steal from you? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.